I cannot overemphasize the importance of water to your health. In this video, we are going to talk about how much water you need to take in a day, what water does to you, how to know whether or not you are dehydrated, and when water enters your cell, what really happens. But before we do that, kindly hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and kindly turn on your post notification for more updates. Drinking water is very key to your health because every cell in your body needs water. Some people are quite skeptical about whether or not they should drink warm water or cold water. You see, the transfer of water into your cells will occur regardless of the temperature. And so if you like cold water, you can drink cold water. If you like warm water, you can drink warm water. It's just that sometimes warm water tends to help with gut motility and helps you poo better. And so people sometimes prefer warm water. But regardless, if you like cold water, like I said, you can drink it. If you like warm water, you can also drink it. It doesn't really matter. And so what happens when water enters your body? Now, when water enters your body, it enters your cells. And once it enters your cells, the water combines with certain specific structures in your body called proteins. Now, if you look at all our activities of daily living, like walking, dancing, drinking, in fact, our basic metabolism, it is actually dependent on the functionality of these proteins. Now, once water enters into your cell, the water tends to combine with the proteins and form what we call stable bonds. Now, once you have stable bonds, what it means is that you can secrete hormones and other chemicals that tends to regulate the metabolism of your body. Now, the functionality of our cells are dependent on how stable these bonds are. And so our cells, organs, some regulatory hormones like insulin that tends to reduce the amount of sugar in our blood are actually functional when these bonds are stable. How does water actually help your body? Now, you must understand that water acts as an antioxidant. And what that means is that it tends to neutralize certain harmful molecules in your body called free radicals. Free radicals are unstable molecules that tends to cause aging, damage our cells, and also contribute to certain conditions like cancer. Another thing that water does is that it tends to help your kidneys and your liver flush out certain toxins through your urine and your sweat. So you see, water plays a very crucial role in our body, from regulating our body temperature to the transport of nutrients and removal of waste. Now to the most important question: how much water should we take in a day? Of course, individual water needs vary depending on certain factors like age, activity level, whether or not you are living in a very hot or humid condition. Of course, you need to drink more water, and even certain health conditions, because sometimes patients on admission with a heart failure, you would not want to overhydrate them or congest their lungs. But in general, once you wake up early in the morning from bed, you need to take about 240 ml of water every hour within the first 10 hours. So what it means is that within the first 10 hours, you should have consumed about 2.5 liters of water. I'm sure you're wondering why we need to consume about 2.5 liters of water within the first 10 hours. Now, the science behind this is very fascinating. It's all about the sleep-wake cycle of our organs, including our hearts, intestine, and our kidneys. Now, just as we sleep at night and wake up in the morning, that is how our kidneys also wake up in the morning to work continuously, filtering the blood to produce urine. And usually the kidney is very productive within the first 10 hours. And so within the first 10 hours, you need to consume about 2.5 liters of water. Now, if you pick a bite of the kidney and you look at the kidney under a microscope, you notice that the filtration process of the kidney goes on significantly within the first 10 hours. And after that, it drops significantly. And so, for instance, if you wake up at 7 a.m. in the morning and you drink about 240 ml of water every hour within the first 10 hours, by 5 a.m., you should have consumed about 2.5 liters of water and you are well hydrated. And so the filtration process of the kidney will go down significantly after 5 p.m. Now, one major concern for people is that if you drink about 2.5 liters of water in a day, you tend to wake up in the middle of the night to use the washroom frequently. Well, that's quite true to some extent. And so to avoid this, once you wake up in the morning, for instance, if you wake up at 7 a.m., you need to drink about 240 ml of water every hour within the first 10 hours, so that by 5 p.m., you would have consumed about 2.5 liters of water and you are well hydrated. And so, like I said earlier, once the kidney works within the first 10 hours after waking up from bed, the filtration process of the kidney drops significantly, and so you're not likely to wake up in the middle of the night to use the washroom frequently. And so if you are supposed to drink about 2.5 liters of water within the first 10 hours, and let's say you wake up at 7 a.m. and you drink 1 liter of water within the first 3 hours, and you drink 1.5 liters after 5 p.m., what happens is that volume of water, the 1.5 liter, goes right into your bladder and expands your bladder. Now, your bladder is like a balloon. Once it expands, it sends information to your brain and it tends to wake you up. So you have that urge to wake up in the middle of the night to urinate. Let's be very real. I know it can be very difficult to achieve this. Having to drink 240 ml of water every hour within the first 10 hours after waking up from bed can be very difficult. And I find that a lot of people do not reach the minimum fluid requirements. And to be very honest with you, sometimes I also find it difficult to achieve that because of how tedious work can be. But no excuse. A very common misconception people have is that they only drink water when they are thirsty. Now, that is very wrong. Thirst is not a very good indicator for your hydration status. As much as you can, please keep a water bottle. Of course, once you have a water bottle, you would remember to hydrate. Now to the next question. How do you know if you are dehydrated or not? Now, a very simple test to indicate whether you are hydrated or not is to do what we call a skin pinch test. Now, it involves pinching the surface of your skin. Now, once your skin returns back to its original position in less than 3 seconds, it means that you are well hydrated. Once it takes more than 3 seconds or 4 seconds to return to its original position, then it means that you are dehydrated. Another way to know if you are dehydrated is to check the color of your urine. Of course, if you are dehydrated, your urine will be very concentrated. And how do you know if it's concentrated? Just look at the color of your urine. A very concentrated urine would look very dark and yellowish in color. And so guys, if you think that this video was very helpful and valuable, kindly hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and kindly turn on your post notification bell for more health content. Bye.